So hello everyone. For those of you that haven't met me yet, my name is Kyle Weeb. I am a policy analyst with the International Institute for Sustainable Development, and we are responsible for collecting the vital signs data and indicators, and also for disseminating that data in the form of our tracking progress platforms, either with personal platforms or on a shared platform. And what we're discussing today is that shared platform. And what we're looking at now, as you can see these images kind of sliding through, is we're looking at the interface of the Shared Community Foundation's data dashboard. I won't go too much into detail about what this shared dashboard is because it's something that you hopefully were informed about when you signed up with it at the beginning of the year when we discussed the options for receiving the data. But I will just say it is a collective platform where multiple community foundations who are receiving vital signs data can access the indicators on an online format. And so this is the landing page that you will have access to, and we will circulate the URL for this website. And when you reach the website, if I were to refresh the page here, it's going to pop up with a bit of a window here for your first visit, just welcoming you to the platform, as well as providing some instructions on what you should or shouldn't use this platform for. And we've discussed this in the past, and for the time being, these platforms are for internal use only. So please don't use this platform as a communications tool. That's part of the requirement that we set up at the beginning when you sign up for the shared platform. There's a number of reasons why this isn't quite ready to be shared as a public-facing platform, and that's because the way the data visualizations work, just a number of community foundations. We don't have a lot of time to put other content in, so it could be misleading for the general public, but you are more than welcome to share it internally within your organization, or if you work with any partners to develop your vital signs report, you can also provide them a link to this so they can look at the data that you have. So once you are read through this, you can simply close that window. And we are now going to be viewing the actual dashboard here. And if you've ever seen one of the tracking progress platforms that we've shown before, this is going to look quite familiar. But the way it works is on the left-hand side, we have all the different themes that we collect the vital signs data for. So these should be familiar to you. We have our community, sustainable cities and communities, housing, culture and arts, no hunger, no poverty, quality education, decent work and economic growth, peace, justice, and strong institutions. And there's also a good health and well-being theme that isn't uploaded yet because we're still waiting for the most recent health data. But that will be uploaded online once it becomes available. So how do you actually access your indicators and data once you've received a link to the site? All you have to do is simply click on any one of these themes. Within that theme, you're going to then see a list of the vital signs indicators that we collect. If I were to go to, let's say, overall crime rate, by default, I'm going to look at all of the different provincial and national level data for these areas. So we have all of that provincial and national data. You can turn off or on if you want. You can view specific provinces. But on the right-hand side here, what's more important for each community foundation is you're going to see a list of all of the, I'm going to expand this a bit. It might be cut off on the window here just because of how it's screen sharing. But when you actually visit the site, you'll see the full list of the name here, as well as the area that it's for. So this one that I'm hovering over at the moment is Selkirk Community Foundation CMA. This one says Selkirk Community Foundation's police area. Again, it might be cropping it just from the screen share, but you'll see the full list there when you're visiting it on your own. So if I were to click on Selkirk Community Foundation CMA, I'll then see the CMA of Selkirk or Winnipeg, which is part of Selkirk CMA, and I'll see the actual data points for the overall crime rate for each of the given years, as well as the rate per 100,000 population there on the y-axis and the years on the x-axis. Again, if we want to go to maybe, let's say the police areas, so now this is Selkirk police areas. I'm going to see the Selkirk RCMP municipal overall crime rate and the Selkirk RCMP rural crime rate here. Again, I can hover over and look at those values. On each indicator, you're also going to see a series of tabs. So by default, we show the visualization of that data. There's also a descriptions tab and an SDGs tab. If I click on the descriptions tab, it's going to give me the description of the indicator here, along with the definition, methods and limitations, and sources. For certain indicators, the sources might vary by province level, as it does here with overall crime rate. Or if it's a census, it just might have multiple sources for each census year. This descriptions tab is going to be the content that we provided in those metadata sheets. So it's a nice, easy way to get that metadata and the graphs right next to each other there, so it's easier to navigate. The last tab here that we have for each indicator is going to be SDG, since this will just show you which SDG this particular indicator relates to. So this overall crime rate relates to promote SDG 16, which is peace, justice, and strong institutions. So this process is going to be similar for almost all indicators. If I were to show you another indicator here, for example, let's go to the low income population after tax. This is an indicator under the no poverty theme. Again, I'm going to see all the provincial data. If I were to click on the drop down here, I'm going to see all the different geographies for each community foundation this is available for. So here, this is the Windsor Essex Community Foundation for the CMA of Windsor. So here you go, CMA of Windsor, and you have all of this information and data here. Again, similarly, we'll have the metadata and which SDGs are released to for each indicator. So there are going to be some indicators that are not included in the online platform that are released as part of the vital signs data collection, and that's just because the way that data is collected, it might be disaggregated across a number of variables, or there's a bunch of different variables that are along with it. So we don't necessarily include every indicator on the shared platform, but the majority of those core indicators are going to be on the platform. And we did denote which indicators would not be included on the indicator master sheet that we had sent to Community Foundations of Canada at the beginning of the year. So I think it's only about 4 or 5 that aren't on here. Maybe the last thing I'll say here is that, if you're interested in using the SDGs more for your reporting, I know that's not something that everyone is necessarily interested in. There's always a link to connect here to learn more about the SDGs. And we've also uploaded just an SDGs page. If you click on, you get a bit more information about the SDGs. So that's a conclusion of our very brief overview of the shared track and progress platform. Hopefully that's quite easy for you to navigate and understand. If you do have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out and let me know. Otherwise, happy exploring and looking forward to seeing how you use the data as always. Thank you.